Have you ever noticed how some cats seem to carry an old soul within them? They possess a quiet wisdom, a gentle patience that feels ancient and profound. This is a story about one such cat, a Scottish fold named Toby, and the silent, unbreakable bond he formed with the newest member of his family. Scottish folds are famous for their unique folded ears and big round faces that make them look like little owls. They have soft plush paws perfect for silent steps, and gentle, expressive eyes that seem to understand more than we give them credit for. They are masters of quiet patience, and Toby was a true master of his kind. For several years, Toby's world was one of serene predictability. His kingdom was a cozy home, his throne a sun-drenched spot on the living room couch. From this vantage point, or from the windowsill overlooking the garden, he would spend his days in quiet observation. The dance of dust motes in a sunbeam, the slow crawl of a ladybug on the glass, the familiar rhythm of his human's footsteps, these were the small, comforting details of his life. Toby adored warmth, stillness, and the peaceful, unbroken calm of his routine. He was the quiet soul of the house, a fluffy anchor in a sea of tranquility. Then one day, without any warning he could have understood, everything changed. The familiar sense of home were mingled with something new, something sweet and milky. The quiet hum of the house was punctuated by soft, unfamiliar sounds. A baby had arrived. Her name was Lily. The change was monumental. New furniture appeared, routines were shattered, and the home buzzed with a different kind of energy. Many cats would have reacted with fear or annoyance, hiding under the bed or hissing at the tiny intruder. But not Toby. From the very first day Lily came home, Toby simply observed. He noticed the tiny presence, a bundle of soft blankets, and even softer sounds. He saw the small, uncoordinated hands that waved in the air, the hesitant movements that were so different from the confident strides of his humans. Toby didn't rush to the crib, his curiosity tempered by his innate caution. He didn't get scared or retreat to the shadows. He simply found a new observation post, a little closer to the center of the commotion, and he watched. His big round eyes took everything in, processing this new chapter in his life with a quiet, thoughtful stillness. Each day, as the family settled into their new rhythm, Lily would spend time on a soft blanket in the middle of the living room. And each day, Toby would be there. He wouldn't sit too close, respecting the invisible boundary around the baby, but he was always nearby. He would settle into a neat, cat-like loaf, his tail wrapped around his paws, and keep watch. He became a furry, silent guardian, his presence a constant, reassuring fixture in the room. The day came when Lily, growing more aware of her surroundings, noticed the fluffy creature who was always there. Her tiny hand reached out, a clumsy, uncertain gesture. Another cat might have flinched or batted the hand away. But Toby, with that incredible patience of his, simply lowered his head slightly. He met her exploration halfway, allowing her small, clumsy fingers to brush against his impossibly soft fur. There were no sudden moves from him, no loud reactions. Just this quiet, gentle attention. It was a silent conversation, an understanding that passed between a baby and a cat without a single word. As Lily grew, so did Toby's role in her life. He seemed to understand the different stages of her development. When she started to crawl, a tiny, determined explorer on a mission, Toby would elegantly move out of her path. He never ran. He simply relocated, observing her progress from a new vantage point. He was a master of yielding, of giving space. When her curious hands reached for his tail or his ears, he would wait patiently, enduring the gentle tugs with a stoic calm that was nothing short of remarkable. When Lily would tire from her adventures and fall asleep on her playmat, Toby would often move closer. Sometimes he would curl up a few feet away, a furry sentry on duty. Other times, he would lie down with his back just barely touching the edge of her blanket, sharing his warmth, his stillness, his quiet companionship. His presence was a promise of safety, a silent vow to watch over her. Their bond wasn't one of boisterous play. Toby wasn't a cat for chasing laser pointers or wrestling with toy mice. His gift to Lily was something far more subtle, and perhaps far more profound. It was the gift of his calm. In a world that was new and sometimes overwhelming for a small child, Toby was a constant. His gentle purr was the soundtrack to her naps. His soft fur was a comfort to her touch. His unwavering presence was a bedrock of security. Years passed. Lily grew from a baby into a toddler, and then into a little girl who could walk and talk and tell her own stories. And when she would talk about Toby, she wouldn't recount tales of playful antics or funny tricks. She would remember him differently. She would remember how he always seemed to know when she was sad, sitting quietly beside her until she felt better. She would remember the comforting weight of his head on her lap as she read her first picture books. She would remember him not for what he did, but for who he was, a gentle, quiet companion who made her world feel safe and whole. Toby's love wasn't loud or demanding. It was a steady, quiet flame that burned brightly in the heart of their home. He taught his family and everyone who witnessed his devotion a powerful lesson. He was a guardian, a teacher, and the quiet, beating heart of his family. If you've ever had a special bond with a quiet, gentle soul like Toby, we'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more heartwarming stories. We'll see you in the next video.